All right, it's time for the last problem, section 6.1. Sean and Maddie are purchased a foreclosed property for $50,000. They spent an additional $27,000 fixing it up. So they can resell it for various prices with different probabilities. So let's talk about that. The probability, and we have our different, cancel. Stop that. There we go. Okay, so we have different probabilities and different prices. Now, if they sell it for, they feel they can resell it for $125,000. So it's $120,000 gain, right? But they've put $50,000 to buy it plus $27,000 to fix it up for a total of $77,000 that they've sunk into this place. So that would give them a profit of $120,000, take away $77,000, which is only $43,000. And the chances of that are 0.15. Okay, then they might sell it for $100,000. So, but that's not $100,000 gain or loss. That's $100,000, take away $77,000. And the chances of that are 0.45. Now there's $80,000. $80,000, take away $77,000. The chances of that, 0.25. And last but not least, they could go in the hole. $60,000, take away $77,000. It's negative, right? And the chances of that are 0.15. It's very important that you keep your negatives and your positives in place here, right? You need to have negative values if you're losing, positive values if you're winning. Okay, so now we need to find the mean in order to, because they ask for the expected profit, right? Expectation. So we need the mean, right? Whenever you say the word expected, it means mean. So we're going to multiply x times p of x. All right, so that's equal to this cell times that cell. And I will just drag down. Okay, and then now for the mean, we want to find the sum of these values. Now remember from section 3.3 we would divide. We would find the sum and then divide, but we don't have to bother because these will always add up to 1 because they're probabilities, right? So 15,000, that's their expected profit. So Sean and Maddie expect to make $15,000 on this house. Now notice $15,000 was not actually one of the possibilities, right? So they could make 23, they could make 3, they could make negative 17. So where's the 15,000 coming from? It's if they keep selling houses like this, right? It's the average. So sometimes they'll make 43, sometimes they'll make 3, sometimes they'll make negative 17. But if it averages out, it'll average out to 15,000. So if they sold 10 houses like this, they'd expect to make 150,000, right? You multiply by 10 and so on. Okay. All right. Now I know you're thinking, Alana said expected value is really important, and it is, because how do you think insurance companies figure out how much they're going to charge you? This is how they figure it out. This is what somebody called an actuarial does for a living. They figure out what the expected gain and loss is to the company, and they figure out what to charge you. Same thing with casinos. They figure out how much you're going to win, and they figure out what to charge you for each slot game or each roulette game, and so on. How do they figure out how much to charge you for anything at all? It's always involving expectation. Oh, or that Deal or No Deal, the one on the TV where they had all the different suitcases. That's expectation, right? Somebody up there has got a computer that figures out all the different cases that are left with all the different probabilities and goes from there. Okay, so that's your expected value. And that expected value becomes really important in your life because that's how behind the scenes a lot of companies figure out what to charge you for things. All right, so we're done with 6.1, and we will move on next time to the binomial distribution, 6.2.